Detroit proud. Detroit
Period.
pride.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Eddie Connor. Welcome back, and good to see you, Eddie.
Glad to be here. It's an honor to be with all you great people. You got the one and only, the host with the most mic honor, the star that you are, and star, and of course, Detroit's voice of choice, Detroit basketball.
My man. We go back 100 years.
Yeah.
Told you he's older than you, Bob.
He look 8 though.
I know.
Bro, look good. He look 12 years old.
Good diet. That's a good diet.
Yes, sir.
No gluten free.
You've written a book called
Yeah, The Mask of Masculinity is my 14th book, and it was a healing method for me to write it because the prefix of masculinity is pronounced mask, and oftentimes as men we wear the mask. It's our money, it's our muscles, a Mercedes, phone book full of ladies, all that. But when you take off that mask, sometimes there's that hurting boy that wasn't affirmed. There's the depression, there's the anxiety. 85% of our children are born without a father. Many cases, 68% of the men who are incarcerated never knew their father. The 80% of the suicides that are committed in this country are by men. And a lot of times we don't talk about the issues that we're going through. We've always been told, don't cry, be a man up, all that. And I was that hurting boy, going through cancer, chemotherapy, radiation, not knowing my father, and having to heal from the incarceration, emotional incarceration, the psychological pain, the intergenerational trauma. I wanted to give our brothers freedom, and that's in this book.
You worked on this book how long? Because you've written over 10 books. You said 14, I think you said.
Yeah.
So we go back with book writing for you. You've just given us a synopsis of what the book contains. Is it a self-bio of you?
To a certain degree, it is. And then it's me living vicariously through my brothers and really amplifying our struggle. Being a man is hard work, but it's heart work. I believe the heart work is in the healing. It's taking off the mask. It's saying, hey, this is what I'm dealing with. This is what I'm going through. I might need counseling. I might need therapy. Right. And the remediation about it to actually understand that vulnerability is not weakness, it's strength for a man. They always say vulnerability and masculinity can't coexist in the same space because oftentimes that vulnerability is seen as femininity when it's really true masculinity. Maturity, identity, accountability is what really masculinity is all about.
Do you get response from females on this book?
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things, especially as I wrote this book, because it's about how men can reclaim their identity, lead in love with vulnerability, is how women can create a safe space and place for a man to be vulnerable. Because a lot of times when brothers are told, man up, stop crying, don't be a punk, that's not always a brother telling another brother. Sometimes it's a woman telling a man that too.
That's worse.
Yeah, that's even worse. That's even worse.
That's emasculating in a sense when that happens.
Right. And so I really wanted to share how our women can actually speak to the king in the kid or the kid in the king to really celebrate the champion that's in the man.
Very good. How can one get the book?
Oh, absolutely. You can go to, I like to say the revolution not only be televised, it be digitized. They can go to Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible. It's a hard copy, it's an ebook, it's an audio book. They can even get a signed copy at my website, dreacademy.com/men.
All right. Angie, you had a question?
Well, a mother, with what age range would you recommend for this book?
I would say 13 and up.
Okay.
Yeah,
13 and up.
And I mentor young boys, and so I wrote about not just the man aspect, but also how our boys can move from boyhood to manhood.
All right. That's interesting. I was watching The Man Who Fell to Earth, that little series that's on TV, and he had a line when they asked, what is being human? And he said, you guys worship the skin. That's your big God, the skin. You always want to service, like you said, the cars, whatever, the materialistic things. So you are right on point with what you're saying. And I just think that to be so smart and to have, what you say, his debonair look, like that whole package, to understand it is okay to be vulnerable. I think that's really, really cool.
I don't understand it because I bust out crying. I don't know about y'all. I pull my car over and bust out crying. Forget to hold that pain in. I let it out, man. I let that go to the gym and bust out crying in the parking lot, go in the gym, get it in. You got that. Let it go, bro.
But a lot of
I'm a masculine dude, but I bust out crying. Church.
But like you said, a lot of even females that tell their son, man, don't cry. You lost that game. So what? don't cry. It's not, but like he's saying, sometimes that's masculine to cry.
Let it out.
Be strong,
let
to
it
be
out.
vulnerable. Because you a man, but you can, show your emotions.
I cry. I get a big snot bubble when I cry. I'm talking about let it out.
Again, how can they pick this book up?
That Viola Davis cry. You can go to my website, DrEddieAcademy.com/event. Of course, available on Amazon, Audible, iTunes, ebook, audiobook, hard copy.
All right.
All right.
Literacy is so
always
important.
doing something good in the neighborhood. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? Congratulations on the book.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, and we will hear more about it. Again, give them the website where they can get it.
Absolutely. You can get a signed copy. DrEddieAcademy.com makes a great book for not only our brothers, but also the women who love us. Amazon, Barnes & Noble, iTunes, Audible, ebook, audiobook, hard copy. Go get it today.
Dr. Eddie Connor.
All right. Yeah.
Yes,
Excellent. Right
Thank
there.
you for spending a few minutes with us today.
Bless you. Yes.
Always. Wow, that's deep. That's
For
deep.
real.